introduce myself. Goatsi Kaltuista, Eshashka Zanahanusta, Guishistao, Bahopa, Showa Wishatsa, Shadeshia, Shawamatsani. My name is Mandy Cheromiah. My Indian name is Kaltui, and I'm from the Pueblo of Laguna, which is located 60 miles west of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And so I'm so honored to be here today. And I honor my mom, Dr. Roylene Ross, and my sister, Meredith Cheromiah, my grandma, Ovi Rubin. I also honor my two guests, Felicia Tagaban and Alpha Joy Smith, who are Indigenous scholars here at the University of Arizona. And of course, I honor Javier and Francesca Lopez. And before I start, I'd like to recognize that we're on the Non-Author Nation, which is a tribal community here within the ancestral lands, and it's such an honor to be here to share and to proclaim my Indigenous narrative. Thank you to the College of Education for the opportunity to share my narrative as a doctoral student in higher education. So since emergence, Indigenous people had and continue to have sophisticated and complex learning systems, epistemologies, and way of knowing. Over the centuries, and even still today, with the integration of Western and non-Indigenous methodologies, many educational systems were and are not designed to foster the holistic well-being of American Indian students. Historically, oftentimes in education, American Indian students were forcibly prohibited to speak their traditional language, forced to cut their hair, which has cultural significance, and were silenced and unable to proclaim their narratives and express themselves as Indigenous people. These practices in education have fractured many of our Indian communities for generations to come. It's a miracle that I'm here today. Quite frankly, it's a miracle for any Indigenous student to pursue a degree from an institution of higher learning. When I earn my doctoral degree, I will be 0.001% of American Indian students who earn a degree in higher education. Let me repeat that number again. 0.001%. It's a miracle that I'm here today. My intended research focus is utilizing Snapchat as a form of digital storytelling, which are short videos, to understand how first-year American Indian students conceptualize their individual self-determination within community colleges and universities. This methodology of storytelling bridges the ancient form of the oral tradition with the digital media we all know today. Why this journey? It's because I'm called by the Lord to empower generations of Indigenous students to rise up and to encourage them to become agents of change. Comparative to all populations, American Indian students have the lowest enrollment and graduation rates in higher education. Recognizing this, one of my fondest contributions to our Indigenous community and the University of Arizona is serving as an instructor and now the director for Native SOAR, which is a multi-generational mentoring program through the College of Education, which is designed to engage American Indian students across the educational pipeline. As a collective unit since 2014, undergraduate students, a team of graduate students, and myself have dedicated over 5,000 hours worth of near-peer mentoring to K-12 American Indian students in Southern Arizona. This is very significant. In fact, for the past 2 years, what was supposed to be a program led by one, me, became a program led by two. Felicia Tagaban, who was a higher education Native American student. Through a shared vision, we are making a great impact in what should be a flagship program at the U of A for Arizona's Indigenous student population. We are reaching beyond what we could do by ourselves and building generations of Indigenous student leaders long after we graduate. This pattern of inspiring one leader and bringing them into this work will be replicated over time, consequently rebuilding healthy and thriving nations. Although Native SOAR is not institutionalized and the funding is unknown from semester to semester, we are hopeful that people will join to our vision. In closing, you wouldn't know that I'm partially blind. I have a visual impairment called Stargardt's. I literally and figuratively see the world with a different lens. When you invest in scholars like me, you are investing into a vision that impacts a collective we. Tawa, thank you so much for the opportunity to share my narrative with you today.